Boom. What's another day? Another Houston Texans video made. What up, YouTube? LTH coming at you with a video. 713 to buy your seat and win the damn building. And before we talk about the Shaq Mason being cut by the Texans, just got to talk about some other moves that was made. Restructuring, by the way. As Cesar Shire, restructured his contract, which created a little bit more cap space by 6.26 million, I believe. A day after, Christian Kirk was acquired from the Jaguars to the Texans. So that's what two players that restructured their deal contracts. Nico Collins and Cesar Shire so far. Though I could be wrong, there's a chance there's another player that's restructured their deals, but all I know is that Cesar Shire and Nico Collins restructured their deals. And yeah, I understand Wale was brought back along with Kurt Hinish, but let's talk about the Texans parting ways with Shaq Mason, who was acquired via trade in the 2023 season. And yeah, I know Houston spent like 81 million on that O-line, investing in that O-line to protect CJ Stroud. But at the same time, 31 years of age, let's just say that, he had his moments, had some good moments, but hasn't been able to live up to that, that 3-year deal that he got, when he was first traded from the Buccaneers to the Texans. And I get it, he's a Super Bowl winning all lineman, but, especially in the interior route, just like the interior line, Mason, just hasn't been able to live up. Started games, he over Fisher and that other old lineman, including that divisional game against the Chiefs, man, when the Chiefs defense sacked Stroud like 7-8 times. And that really, that was like the final, the game before the divisional game should have been the final straw. Made O-line changes, still didn't all the way fix everything. Knowing opposing defense found a way to get to Stroud, courtesy of Bobby Slowick, not expanding, just like the Texans offense. But, had a share of injuries, I ain't gonna lie. I was cool with it when they first acquired Shaq Mason back in 2023 offseason. Around the time when the Texans hired D'Amico, and I think it was prior or after Stroud was drafted, along with Will Anderson. But as far as his PFF grade goes, 62.3 rating and 52nd in pass blocking, and 92nd in run blocking as well, which was a PFF grade with 57.7. Ouch. Not something you want to hear, but hey, you got to call it for what it is. And he was, 12.5 million cap hit, which does, definitely frees up 2.1 million cap space. But, a post-June designation really, spreads dead money. 5.1 mil, it's going to end up clearing up a little more further, 9.4 mil. So, yeah, he has won 2 Super Bowls in 10 seasons, between for the Buccaneers and the Patriots. So, the Migos, seems to be getting serious, and, getting that O-line fixed up. Because, not to mention, it's time to go young, go stronger in that interior O-line. Because, we drafted, Drew Scruggs, Blake Fisher. And I wouldn't be surprised if they were to go offensive lineman with that 25th pick, assuming that the Texans signed another wide receiver through free agency. Like, for example, Palmer from the Chargers or Brown from the Redskins. From the Redskins, for example. I mean, just want to throw that out there. But, like I said, there's still plenty more work to be done. And, yeah, I mean, and Evan Ingram was recently released, but I don't see Houston picking them up, honestly. So, yeah, those are my 2 cents on Shaq Mason being released by the Texans. And I got to say, thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. And, wish you nothing but the best, whatever team decides to sign you. So, there it is. There it is. And those are my thoughts on the Houston Texans parting ways with Shaq Mason. So, and with that, Lord of Houston checking on up out of here. Go Houston Texans. Houston till I die. And I'm out.